Hello and welcome back to our HIP New World Order campaign. In our last episode we won our holy war against Crimea for the Duchy of Moldova here, and between this episode and the last one I've granted all of the land that we just took to our brother Prince Lambert here, now Count Lambert. Unfortunately we can't actually usurp the duchy title yet, but we should be able to do that later. We can get all of our troops back home and disband them. In fact, we can disband some of these already. This is our retinue, so we'll just keep it up here. And now that we have this land, we can safely grant independence to our aunt, the queen here, since we have this land to be adjacent to Crimea, which gives us the ability to declare holy wars on them. So we will grant independence to you. You'll gain 50 opinion. Have another independent kingdom ruled by our dynasty over there. I guess you can just actually stay here. Since we no longer own the land up there, we'll just keep you in Moldova here. Okay then. So our next holy war will be for the other duchy that's part of this kingdom. And we should be able to usurp the title and grant independence to our brother. So before actually granting him independence, we will probably want to take more land over here and start conquering the kingdom of Crimea itself, which is actually spread over 2 characters here, so we'll be able to declare multiple holy wars without having to wait for truces to expire, which is good. Let's see how Alba's civil war is going. I suppose we could actually go and help them since we're not doing anything else important right now. Yeah, it looks like they're having a pretty bad time. Okay, we'll take some troops over. So we can do that pretty easily by raising France's levy. Selected a tithe, which is very good. Worth noting, I suppose, that we are only 30 years from the end of the game now. I think it's 1453. So this is probably our last character, assuming we don't die an untimely death. We'll see what we can accomplish. I think conquering the whole kingdom of Crimea is something we could achieve. Might have to break truces to do it, but I'm willing to do that if necessary. And in fact, to that end, we should also get started on trying to kill the despot of Crimea. We have no other plot right now anyway. He's pretty old, so he could just die at any time. No reason not to help him along, though. And also, now that we have Poland back, not quite under the control of our dynasty, but in line to be controlled by them, I would really, really like to get Lithuania back, if at all possible. We'll just have a look at the list of claimants here again. So you're married to a landed character. I don't think you'll ever accept an invitation to court. In fact, we can't even invite you. You are landed yourself, so you can't be invited. So nobody else of our dynasty. See if there are any strong claimants that we could perhaps get married to a member of our dynasty. Since we can't press a weak claim right now, but we could press a strong one. A strong claim on Livonia. Not exactly helpful. Okay, no strong claimants available, apparently. So if you were to die right now, this guy would inherit. Under elective, okay. Not sure who would end up getting strong claims. Maybe his other sons would, but I don't know if that is the case under elective. You're already married and have plenty of children, but maybe if this guy got a strong claim, we could do something with him. Yeah, we'll look again later. I don't think there's too much we can do right now. We had a son, Friedrich. No distinguishing traits. Okay, we'll keep trying. Even though we're quite likely to live long enough to see out the rest of this game as our current character, if we had a strong genius heir, maybe we could get in some more dangerous situations and potentially end up playing as them, so definitely do want to keep trying if at all possible. I think that was the whole of the revolt army taken care of. Their capital is up here, so maybe we'll get back on our boats and go and help Scotland siege that. Our Despot of Epirus has just inherited some titles. It's nice for him. Credible reports of a recent sighting of the great white stag. We'll be off to hunt that. Oop, there's another revolt army. Oh, and there's a very large one. Okay. Looks like they are all at very low morale, so maybe we'll land our troops right on top if we can. Not sure we're going to be in time. Oh, I never stopped the boats from moving. So we have approximately equal numbers. And no reinforcements in the area. We missed our chance to catch them at extremely low morale, but we could potentially get into the mountains. They might attack us. Let's land here and see what happens. What happens is that we take huge amounts of attrition. Let's just leave. Alright, we're off to hunt the stag. And we got out without suffering too much attrition, or any attrition actually. We can't actually fit our whole army on the island here. And we can't actually split it on the boats. We'll just land them and then put part of it back on the boats. Because I think sieging this is going to be the best way to help Alba to victory. They're in charge of the siege, so we can't actually assault it on their behalf. We spend weeks in the wilderness searching for any trace of our prey, but are forced to return empty-handed again. We'll admit failure, I guess. Let's get a few thousand of you back on board the boat so we stop losing men for no reason. Alba is losing some battles in here. Not worth too much in the way of war score. And we should get the revolt capital sieged before the army down here can siege anything. In fact, they're fighting some rebels in there, that's fine. We have a new vassal duke who is a huge fan of me. Unfortunately didn't take the ruler prisoner during that siege, but can continue to siege the lower holding, which will fall pretty quickly too. Hungary calling us to arms against a Hungarian revolt. Sure. We can help you out too if you actually need it. Sometimes I wonder whether this war will ever turn out good in the long run. Even if my side does end up winning, is that any comfort, knowing that we've only lived to fight another day? I don't know, so we have a small chance of becoming depressed, but we did not. I think. Yeah, we didn't, okay. Alright, so the two armies here are a couple of counties away from each other. We might have an opportunity here. This one's in mountains. This one's also in mountains. Well, maybe not such a good opportunity. If we could attack without a river crossing, maybe we consider it. We have twice their numbers. But I think there is a river crossing everywhere. In that case, I suppose we'll just land and siege some other random county. We're slightly over the supply limit here, but I think we'll probably be just fine. Let's check out Hungary as well. Surely they have more troops than this. It's just revolts, so they should have all of their army at home and ready to fight here. I guess we'll actually come and help out. Go straight into the capital of the revolt. A county converted down in Greece. I guess we should actually check on what our chaplain is up to, since we may have counties that we need to convert, especially over here. In fact, only over there. Everywhere else is properly Catholic. Not sure if I actually sent him to the right place there. Oh right, that's not even our land, it's down here. Okay, we are in the rebel capital. I think we'll take half of this army out though, because we're taking attrition. Looks like Hungary has the enemy army outnumbered here. And they took a river crossing, so this should be a good battle for them. Definitely looks like they're going to win, so we'll send this other half of our army to siege some other county of theirs. In fact, they're already at 100%, so we'll just head home. Alba is at 88%. They are going to lose a lot of war score if they lose any of these sieges. Apparently this one isn't even being sieged. Okay. Okay, my wife is pregnant again. Let's have a good one this time. I wonder if we... Yeah, we don't have enough men to assault this, unfortunately, or we could potentially get them enough war score to end this immediately. Pope Zacharias II. Our Archbishop died, I guess that was our chaplain. So we'll appoint you, I guess. Just send you back to continue the previous guy's job. Up to 92, so if this siege finishes first, we could get there. Looks like this one is not progressing too quickly. So I think we are going to do it. Our truce with Crimea is expired. I guess that means the despot died, so we should definitely get a war declared over there as soon as possible. We will just keep our army raised up here to finish Alba's war. Or at least to finish this one siege. If this doesn't get them 100%, then I'm not going to stay around longer to get another one. I think it will, though, with the ticking war score as well. A son was born to our brother. A genius, okay. A Persian liberation revolt against the Timurids. I'm sure they'll be fine. There's our siege, and it's 100%. We'll saddle our horse and be off after the Great White Stag. We should be able to actually land our boats here and get our armies on board that way. Bring them home. You are welcome, Alba. I accidentally bit my tongue. Ouch. And we fulfill the ambition to have a daughter. No traits at all. Okay, then. So, we could take the ambition to win a holy war, which we are definitely going to do. I think prestige is actually more useful to us, though. So we'll just take win a war instead. And as soon as we get these troops disbanded, we can declare on Crimea. Except we still have some raised, apparently. Oh, over here. So we'll be taking the second duchy here, which I believe is this one. We will probably call in Hungary again. We just helped them out in a war, so they definitely owe us one. How does Vladimir feel about us? Pretty happy. They are dealing with a minor revolt right now, though. In fact, they're losing that right now. Maybe we won't call them in. We'll let them focus on that. Hungary should be more than enough help. So we'll raise Bayern's army and your army, yours, and yours. Our retinue on the way in already. You just go here actually, and you can head down here. Okay, so with the autosave passed, we'll take a break here and leave it for the next episode. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.